Thank you for arranging that.
Quite shiny, I like it shiny. Don't look at it. I'll give you something.
Don't look at it. I end up in this trolley.
I lost some paint here. It's a nice bit of wood.
Why don't you wait here? Excuse me, this we're doing a piece of show here. That's it.
No, you don't mind me, sorry. I'll show you something, because I could use that.
You leave, please.
You mean leave?
Leave right now.
You mean leave right now?
Leave right now.
Please.
Really. Do you know this man here?
No.
Well, I don't know you. We don't know you. We don't show you.
I'm just I'm trying to do some bits. I want to drop some other stuff off. Jesus Christ. If in this water space we were out, I'll belong here, mate. Who are you?
Will you be careful, please?
Leave him alone. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you, no. Fucking belong here, mate. Belong here. Been here forever. They've always been here.
I don't know.
You guys are. Fuck's sake. You're out all the time.
Get out!
Yeah. Come on.
Close the door. I've never seen this one before.
No, I don't know where did he come from. What's he banging on about a kid being somewhere?
But maybe he has been here for a while. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know.
So I've been here for a while, so you've been here for a while, so. Well, you must belong to a place in order to speak. No?
Big words. You must belong to a place in order to speak.
You must belong to a place in
You
order to
must
speak.
belong to a place.
You must belong. You must belong to a place in order to speak. Speak.
What does that mean, belonging?
Do you belong here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. How about you? I belong here. Even though I'm from a country far away.
You must belong to a place in order to speak.
Do you belong here? No. No? Anyone else?
Liar.
No? Well, we almost belong to this place in order to speak about this place, right?
But you better have a registered address.
You better have a registered address. You must belong to a place in order to speak, but you better have a registered address. Yeah.
Do you have a registered address?
No. Do you have a registered address?
I don't know.
Zoltan, you have a registered address?
Not even a license.
Well, do you have a registered address? Any of you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Loads.
Those. We're in the minority here. Well, you must belong to a place in order to speak, but what does it actually mean to belong to a place that's always changing so quickly?
Can you belong to places always changing?
I don't know. Should we find out? Sure. Yeah. I met this cinnamon girl with glasses and a mean child tribal smile at the Hackney Wicked Festival. Her hair fit for the shape of brown deserts when it falls. It flecks the laughter of her gods. Her nose is a cat, leopard lips. The neck, a perfection of a lemon whose green bleeds my eyes. Chicken shop, corner kebab, glimmer dereliction, Hackney wick, chromatic, fizzes, bobs and pops in soap bottles like tube travelers on a plonked escalator. How do you make the city a spirit, she asks, when all you see is a plant without roots? She's more than here. My fear is incense. Outside the festa hums, carnival eyes, ears, hands, hips, lips, edge and sliver round the wasteland of white caravans, blaring nirvana, bulldog chain locked. Clouds curve and streak like elegant ringed fingers, paintbrush pink, blotched impressions. Carnival raves glow in the dungeons by the rush and come of the highway by Victoria Park sanitation. On Felsted Street, the old Bedlam performers fizzle. Old man looking like an Amish prophet, long-haired and black-hatted, limp-walking, silent and slow. Stink-pissing. Next to him there's Clara with her whistle-gun laugh, her fractured teeth and glasses. Hovering over them there's Bigfoot waddling like a duck, blind and bearded, headed for his 4 cheeseburger fix. And I wonder what they make of this performed bohemia. Around them, Hackney erupts. Art imaginings. Studios are prehistoric caves. Fella music laces the canal. Nova grinds hard in the Lord Napier. Hoodies hunt and sell tornado ketamine and graffiti. Dinosaur bloodstains, magic map ruins lead our way. Inside we sit surrounded by plants. A cat curled, framed window, salmon sky. Outside, a crane sticks out like a fishbone. She tells me stories about her ancestral village in Greece, of a lake called Carla with reincarnated fish. When I say all art is shamanic, she nods, sticking her tongue in my rib hole. Interstellar contortions, mystical fibula. When I ask about Mount Olympus rivering down a blank alleyway by Fish Island, she, her hair electric, smiles in salt rain. The first night, in the abandoned car park with littered graffiti of White Post Lane, cockroach eyes, space warriors, dragon souls, we pop. She ruffles my razor head, cleaning my aura. It's heavy, she says, in a wink. She don't like reggae. I cringe. Wandering, I see the lines on my face in a glowing crystal ball in a Spanish squat by St. Mary's Church. I am more than one person, more than one person, more than one person, one place, one. At home we dance to MJ, greet the morning twirling to silk jazz, that killer rendition of autumn leaves on something else. The smoke, oil, musk in my skin kills her. We sleep alone. The next day I take the stage with beatboxers throbbing my rhymes. A devil dread worshipper, shamanic, sinks in mud, trance-hipped and wild, gives me the finger. Nighttime, the wicker man burns fireflies. Sound, emancipation. We stray, sorting our way through to peanut factory, find ourselves in a net with bouncing balls. We throw them at each other, laughing, peeling like onions. By the canal we levitate. Fairy monsters. Scum cop helicopters float in cut currents above us. We shoo them away like blood-sucking mosquitoes, becoming one in our defiance. Below there's Hackney in pink, river, shroud, ray-rotted incantation. Prayers join us in love. The sky is molten lead like a surgeried heart. And my child, my child, my child is me, is me. Is me, my child, my child, my child, my child is me. I'm lucky. In a silent city, people still speak to me. I'm in the post office by Hackney Central. It's winter, colorless sky outside, wool humans inside. I'm waiting in the queue. All of a sudden, this middle-aged Cockney woman walks straight into the post office. And she's got a baby in her pram, and the baby's got hair like curling sunflowers. Well, the woman looks like she's been on junk for many years, you know, like caved-in cheeks and saggy face and skinny legs. Well, all of a sudden she starts talking to me and she doesn't stop. And her story is scary. Her man rapes her every day, thrashes her about. Her man's parents who live in the council flat upstairs tell everyone that she's on crack. She calls the police, they do zilch. Each time she calls the police, her man rapes her again and promises to kill her. She doesn't know what to do. She loves her baby. And then without warning, she turns the pram around and walks straight out of the post office almost as breezily as she walked in, leaving me with a question on my tongue. And I wonder if I'm in someone else's dream. And then, there's the midget in a burqa. I'm serious, man. A midget in a burqa.
A midget in a burqa. See, your material's getting old, man. I've heard this 100 times.
It's a great story, I just want to share it with
You
them.
need something new. You need to renew yourself, man.
So what do you mean by something new? It's a great story, we've heard it before.
Yeah, we're all kind of
We've
new.
come to the same thing again. We did this last week.
Zoltan, you have something new for us. Stop being a smart ass, man. You have something new for us. You're not letting me tell my story.
About the track that you're always telling me about that's never ready.
Okay, so Zoltan and I have been working on this track for a few months, and
Is it finished?
It'll never be finished, but we can have a listen to it.
so I haven't heard it, none of us have heard it, you're going to hear it for the first time. Alright.
Switch it. Cyber optic cave base brain scan line starshine fuzz wobble. Brutal break stubble. Shifting stones, wrecking bones, fibering cosmos threads, orgasmatonic textures. The smoke of your tube trumpet, scattered with some crack flutes, hourglass heroin shoes, switchblade, switch knife, white light, prize the feds, glue them kleptomania, kleptomania blues, shine those hypnotastic grooves. Slamming the streets of Londinium, breaking them plasma screen shock windows, then council towers, then spraying with our cans. Our philosophy makes us those engineers of those British Holocaust. Sitar strumming dreadlock matrix guru, prize fighting like tenement tantrics. Tabla come and beach up musical main lines. Vein slick, nose drip, alien manna from Andromeda. Spin those stories, oh, hitmaster blow them hipster brains out, show them eat, swallow, fuck, piss those floor forces, cage whore, fed fuel, glitter arcade, shopping mall, anesthetica. Can you find me a way to reach you? Cybersoul soul. Do you wanna be a gangster? No, this music makes us droid prophets. Purveyors of subatomic post-cool piracy. Oh, the hip of the split skull wobble. The sly grip of the hook. The grand space canyon of the drop. There's no slim shady cheers. Most deaf it will be the banger soul. plots, we are the lost boys and dark girls. Rape, met, bet, cat, crystal, meth, musical freedom fighters, yes we are. Dinosaur cyborgs, bass slapping your soul with shifty space links. Explore the drum mecha cover, the jungle. The river sleeping in galactic snores. Space grid lights, panic monster masses, LDN. Dark, unreal city. No fog, no more, Mr. Wasteland. The day of damnation. The eerie glowing sounds. Oh, the streets are broken lonely. Oh, bongo man. Don't drop me, man. Keep us flowing, glowing with scuzzy tune. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let's be the new bebop. Punk doo-wop. Oh, shake the strum of my glandular excavation. We shake the streets. We take the streets. We shake the streets. We take the streets. We shake the streets. We shake the streets. We shake the streets. We shake the streets the nights. 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 Like prison fire starters. For sure. Jamaican, bro. Alright, you seen an American kill? Don't know if I want to see that. Men's dresses. That don't float my boat. I told him to give him a wet, smoochy, sweet, slobber the kick.
telling your baby, yes, you're a pain in the ass. This is my London day. These winters, cold rain, summer far away. Fly on the wall, coffee mind. Coffee mind. Mind, mind, why do I spend so much time in my head? Mind, mind. Little that happens on these rain-swept streets pulls me out of mind. Taking the bus through Hackney Road from Shoreditch Corner. Empty houses, brick-laid houses, little chimneys, little side streets, shop, shutters, puerile east of the new west side. What happens in mine? Steel trains and rock tunnels, council estate, vulture shine. Endless fried, chicken fried, Kenzie fried, Dixie fried, perfect fried, Brooklyn fried, almost fried, East-West fried, East-West fried, Mississippi fried, Dallas fried, Charlie Parker fried. Chicken, yes. Black barbershop, strip club leaning. Paul gleaming, Cockney scheming, Canal pretty houses, also pretty houses. Warehouses, arty-farty houses. And then that beautiful, truly, madly beautiful gaswork, dinosaur Hampstead by Broadway Market, and then Mare Street, Wells Street, on the bus voice-over, and then through endlessly ethnic Hackney Central streets, and then when it happens, two vested, black-skinned, shimmering boxers sparring in front of Hackney Town Hall, watched on, spied on, shot by an eagerly white bloke, blooming a pink umbrella. I know now, there is a grim, glorious beauty that sways East London in chromatic light. Someone scribbled this onto the rock crust of the bus seat. Listen to this. For fuck's sake, the fucking train came straight away, so we didn't have time to swap cigarettes, and I didn't give him his Oyster card back. What a piss take. What a piss take. He's going on holiday for 3 weeks a month. God in hell. Lucky, I love him in it. Two Jamaican men on a bus by Trelawney Estate. I was calling ya. I didn't hear ya. I was calling ya. I went to the funeral, then I say the sunshine, you know. St. Mary of Eton Church, bus stop. West African man with a bill to on his lips approaches me with a card for a Christian conversion. He starts his Bible beat. He ain't lasting like a boombox. He speaks with certain gestures, eyes contractable. There's nothing wrong cheering for Chelsea. Being in a pub, you go through experiences, good and bad. Mostly bad. And then you become the truth. There's a reality. No wrong conviction. No wrong deeds. Because the reality is the cemetery. Grave after grave. Talented people. So you gotta know the truth. There is nothing wrong. Smiles, teeth glaring. I shake his bearing, slip slide into the bus, climb steps, seat in a window, watch the spurs of hair glisten in the glass on his head. This is knife capital. Every day in the local papers, kids killing, getting killed. Yesterday someone said there's a bloke who heads into the pisser by London Fields.
By London Fields.
Afternoons, sun shining, Lido swinging, people playing, sunlit beauty. He steps in at the wrong time.
He steps in at the wrong time.
A guy with a mask stabs
him for the fun of it.
Blood shimmering dead. My hood
This is
nighttime, endless parties. Happy with Boston, empowering church, passing clouds, all of it slip slide,
makeup and hipsters, too cool.
and the best music in the world, surely this must be. Funky funk, Latin, Cuban, Balkan, Turkish, Indian, motherfucking jazz, drum and bass, jazz, motherfucker,
Stop that shit.
This is the real deal. Inside warehouses, electronica rages like a tornado. People gear up and shake. A Nigerian, Belarusian demon woman growls through conch shells, makes fox wolf noises like foxes at night, in Clapton foxing like baby strangles raping. She sings, a bass guitar, back vocal sampler, shaking, doubling, tripling, her voice fox becomes loaded, leaded in happening, whack, canal backing, empty magenta sky. Oh, she sings, she growls, she makes animals, incubation, tribal trance-like, spiritual shamanation. I hear the shake of ancient forests in her voice. Amen. Oh man. We sail into night ships, unaware. What? A human being is a human being. Yeah, that's what the Pakistani mini cab driver tells me as we slide through empty Hackney streets at 5 in the morning. How did we get here? I don't know. London makes you feel differently. I've picked up a habit for chicken wings and ecstasy. And coke. My nose is bleeding, I haven't slept for 3 days, 3 nights. I don't have dough I've stolen from my friends, and now I'm spending my last 10 quid on a cab ride. I'm fucked. And what's more, I see green all around me. Honest. Everything's green. The fried chicken shops are green. Sunlight is green, the council flats bleed green, pavements are green, people are green, Bangladeshi, Turkish, African, ghetto, European, all green.
Sorry.
Oyster advertising corner shops are green. Dead people, white bicycle, newspaper, flower-filled obituaries on every street corner are green. Sweaty kebab shops are green. Mullah beards and East London mosques and Brick Lane, Jama masjids fucking green. After hours white light diners are green. Yuppies and bobos on Broadway markets sipping their leper chocolatey cappuccinos are green. Their 4 French La Vie en Rose restaurants are green. The toothless dopeheads with dogs and newspaper snack sellers with caved-in cheeks on the edge of London fields are green. Hackney Central new condos and couples pram pushing their tots are green. Chinese DVD sellers by the junkyard car park, by the Bohemian Cafe, by the Tantric Tesco, by the ball bricklayers, by the oyster-selling seafood vendors, by the preaching, screeching Bible, boombox Nigerian, by the park sleeping and been here 6 months and they say no jobs, my friends. Eastern Europeans, by the pigeon-strewn church are all... Nice one. Shit, I'm gonna lose my mind here. How did this happen?
No worries, you're not the only one.
Yeah, let's be honest, boss. I can't do the game no more. It all starts off in the decaying glory of Hackney Wick, London's Berlin. The Wicker Man burns, graffiti blood stains all over. Out on the terraces overlooking the manic cranes of the Olympic Games, there's some serious barbecue mania. Then the performance art bands. Then the self-styled artists vomiting on each other. Then the warehouse parties with 1980s New York nostalgia. Out by the bridge, by the highway, by Victoria Park, lovers reunite, licking each other, hemmed in by the white noise of cars. Next to them, someone's painted a scroll sign. Go on. Jump. I see it all, a cyclops eye burned into my forehead, gashed with vulture oracles. Then scram. Then it's back to the old haunts on Brick Lane. We start off in 1001 cafe for the Shehzade nights I spend there. Stories eating into each other, endless oceans. Speed kids and Rastas perpetuate flyers outside. Big black and Armenian bouncers scare with their matrix get-ups. Sunlight bulbs melt on large wooden tables and chairs as the hipsters incorporated, and the beggars, and the junkies, and the homeless, and the cabbies, they fuse and fizzle. I need my fix. I need my fix. I need my fix. I scope the streets looking looking for Shah Jahan. That's the dealer's name, Bangladeshi kid with Mughal dreams. He's got a baseball of a cap, stubble of a goatee, gold chain dangling. He's been in and out of jail this past year. He invests in gold, saving up for his sister's wedding. The first time I met him, he asked me to guess how old he was, him and a Somalian mate of his. I did, correctly, 21, 19. You gotta make something of your life, bro, he said, eyeing me with the moon of his eyes. Now I wait at the corner of Brick Lane and Hennett Street. Shah Jahan emerges from the shadows, bulldog on chain. Behind him are his brothers, Sickle and Chain. Now they're running on Brick Lane. Another Bangladeshi kid is seen skinning a samosa. One of Shah Jahan's friends, long-haired and spotted nose, grabs the boy by the shirt, rams him up against the car. The other kids force the car door open, place the boy's head in a vacuum, slam the car door shut, and they slam the car door shut. Slam, slam. Blood bursts. I stand opposite, motionless. Shah Jahan waves to me, places a forefinger on his lips. Up to me and hands me my stuff. He gives me credit. So I head over to 1001 Cafe. I head to the stained toilet seat with the hardcore wannabe signs. I slip out my white powder with a wipe of the toilet seat. Old used telephone card. Find it, then fold a fiver, line up, sniff. Chalk crack, baby, laxative, Coca-Cola, they burn my nose hairs. And I do it again. And again, and again. I save a smidgen of the half-gram for later. I slip slide outside and head to the inner temple, which is pumping, it's pumping, it's pumping, it's pumping in red. I see the usual faces, all ages, same as same. Near the bar, a scuffle breaks out over weed. It's drum and bass crazy, and the place it sweats like tropical skin. An hour passes and I feel that it's time. The bad coke is slipping away, so I pull out a Superman signed star-shaped pill with pink edges, and pop goes the weasel. Now I play the waiting game, the whites of my eyes, they getting beadier all the time. I see a woman by the stage. She's got hair like frayed cloth. She's for the blitz on her face. Cancer face, fatal face. It's burning, it's burning, it's burning, it's burning with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Next to her, a dreaded girl checks herself out in the mirror, watched on by two Turks in red shirts. And it's getting immense and bright like a supernova. Explosion is as explosion does. I need to split. I need to split. I need to split. I head out onto the night streets, and the warm glow of the sunbulb street lights nourishes me. And slow and liquidy and slow. The fuzz and cross are cocktail of hemp and speed and pills. They mesh and merge, and all of a sudden, I'm walking on the moon. I walk past the pollution-fighting bandana wearing New World Order graffiti, staring onto the plastic paperback streets. And I'm signaling my way through to the Church of Spitalfields. And the Spitz has been torn down, and the new glass of a mall's gonna be set up, and the 10 bells is quiet, and the underground pisser that's been converted to a club is stopped into shaking drum and throb to the cool night air of glorious London town. London town, la 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 la, London town. I walk down Commercial Street, which looks slightly like the scaggy corners of Soho and Tribeca in New York. Bastard brother staking his claim. Posters advertising every kind of imaginable after party. They hang like canvases. They hang like old canvases. They hang like old canvases. The Lebanese cafe that still says a hash hangout is still open. And I cross over to 54 Studio. I don't know, it don't say. 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 And I knock on a big brown door, man. I knock on a big brown door. And I knock on a big brown door. And I knock again. And I knock again. And I knock again. And I knock one more time. A minute later, it's open sesame, and I enter to full frontal face a bearded African bouncer. He smiles. He lets me in. The upper level of the bar is eerily quiet, the lights toned down. But wait. Hush. 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 Hush.
Hush, 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 I hear dark bass sounds rollicking. I take the steps down and oh my, here we go, the pump hits my head hard. On the dance floor is a secret shamanic ritual. Naked bare legs and tight jeans and emerald glasses and the coming to and fro of hot bodies. Everyone's in love, sucking skin, tribality. I see people dance in their heads. I see people dance in their heads. I see people dance in their heads. Their bodies becoming ideas of their minds. Their bodies becoming ideas of their minds. Elastic. Electricity fudges the mind, man. And I start seeing in holograms. And flash forwards, and jump cuts, and flash forwards, jump cuts, and flash forwards, and 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 jump cuts, and flash forwards, jump cuts, and flash forwards, and jump cuts, and flash forwards, jump cuts, and flash forwards, and jump cuts, and flash forwards, jump cuts, and flash forwards, and 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 jump cuts, and flash forwards, flash. I'm on my own. I step outside, greeted by the Superman blue of a magic London sky. New Age prophet, blinded by sunlight.
इंसान तो इंसान है ना? A human being is a human being. Where are you from, brother? India? Hindu? Bombay? Hey, Mumbai? Wow, very good. Bollywood? Now I was telling you, sir, all this hate and killing I don't understand. The first time I came to this country, I started business with Turkish man, then that failed. Then I make good money in the stock market. I'm an accountant actually, sir. Then that failed as well. Now I drive minicab. But my bill is Pakistani. But I don't hate India, no. My best friend is Sikh. Now you remember, sir, this whole Bombay terrorism thing that happened 5 years ago. Where all those fuckers took that train station and Taj Mahal Hotel and a Jew center? You remember that? Now one thing I will say, those misguided youth, those boys, they come from my country, they come from Pakistan. And what they did that day, killing all those women and children from all over the world, God will not forgive them, Allah will not forgive them. But one thing I ask you, yes? Yes? Yeah. Yes? Yeah. Now they say these boys, they come by boat from Karachi in Pakistan. So say the Americans and the Indians. Now how come It's so easy for these boys to come by boat. Where was the Indian security that night? How come it's so easy? I don't know, boss. What do you think? Indian government is involved, that's what I think. Bombay terrorism happened 6 months before your elections. Sikhs are my friends, Jews are my friends. And my friend Pakistan. Once we were Mughals and kings, and now we kiss the Americans on their backsides. Shame, shame. Shame, shame. The cabbie's words stick in my head branded while the streets of Hackney fold into a green dream. I step out of the cab on Felsted Street, wave a pantomime goodbye. Houses around me look like Lego building blocks. These once were clothing factories. Squatter clubs took over, swinger sex by the canal. Now the artists are here. I walk up to my small black box room and I open an imaginary dream window. And in that dream I find a book and I open it to a page which reads, London's Perverted Children. London's Perverted Children, it says. An empty black scroll on an empty blank page. And as I read, as you read in a dream that you can't quite grasp. And as I read in this dream, my head becomes a repository of urban graffiti. Graffiti gum teeth, comic book heroes, insect animal tongues, and the smell of sex and dog opium dreams. The smell of sex and dog opium dreams. And now I hear the voices of the wick, and they are calling me, and they are lulling me, and culling me. And as I feel that I'm lulled and called and culled, I now realize that I've come home. Walking on the moon. I hope my legs don't break. Walking on the moon. We could be together. Walking on the moon. We could be forever.
space to find another place. To outer space to find another place. To outer space to find another place.
Giant steps on what you take, walking on the moon. Giant steps on what you take, walking on the moon. I hope it's no rain, walking on the moon. We could be together, walking on the moon. We could be forever, walking, 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 walking. Walking, walking, walking,
Involved in making the show as well. Guna's there, she's made all the We've had Reuben and we've had LeFleming who've been painting heads here. Giving Erik and Mullen. We've had Joel who's not here today, but he's doing sound with Gernot up there tonight and Dave Mullen. Gramophone record, all that there. Agnieshka did my makeup for the walking tour. Sunshine helped me out as well. Basically everybody do it. Thank you everyone.
Show's not over.
That's
Better not.
Person dancing.
Yeah!
Zoltan!
Zoltan!
Come on,
dark, unreal city. No fault no more, Mr. Wasteland. The day of home damnation. An eerie blocking sounds. Oh, the streets are broken loading. Oh, bongo man. Don't drop me, man. Keep us flowing, growing with scuzzy tune. Oh yes. Oh yes. Must be the new beat on. Punk do up. Oh, shake the strum of my glandy excavation. We shake the streets. We take the streets. We shake the streets. We take the streets. shake the streets. We take, we 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 shake the streets the nights. We take, we shake. We take, we shake the streets the nights. We take, we shake. We take, we shake the streets the nights. We take, we shake the streets the nights. We take, we shake the streets the nights. Like prison fire starters. For sure.